But it's so stupid.
Vicky, you were exhausted. You fell asleep in a car with the engine running in the garage when it was closed. But now you're alive, you're well, you're ready to enjoy the great day that I've got planned for us. Yes?
Planned? As in scheduled recreation?
Well, technically speaking, yeah, you got it. But it's gonna be a great...
Oh, somebody broke in here.
Wait a minute. The door was locked.
The kitchen door's off its hinges.
Must have been somebody big, strong, and by the looks of things, very angry.
Somebody or something could still be here.
Come in. Well, I'm real sorry about the mess. I'm not used to having guests, especially beautiful ones like yourself. Well, you're not nervous, are you? We're old mates, aren't we? And you have a proposition to make?
Right. I need to know the truth about Donald and my mother. About this affair he claims that they were having. And except for Donald, you're the only other person who knows the truth.
Miss Jenny really fired a shot through the roof, huh?
Yeah, that's what scared Deal and Laredo away so I could get out of here. Oh, Buddy was just awful. Look at me. I'm just shaking like a leaf still.
You're okay, May. You're okay. You're gonna be fine.
Blaze, she's out there in her nightgown.
Why? Was she sick?
No, honey, she wasn't sick. I made the gown for her, and she was trying it on.
Look, I don't think we should be talking about this anymore. It's only making you more upset than you already are.
Okay.
Besides, Clint, Buck, and Cody are out to find Miss Jenny and Miss Blaze and bring them back here, and I guarantee you it'll be before supper. And we don't have any supper ready now, do we?
Mm-mm.
So you might as well go in the kitchen and get us some supper ready. And I'll fix the roof.
Listen, I don't want you going up there by yourself. You go get Slim to help you. He's probably bored to tears anyway, waiting for sign a Deal in Laredo heading back this way.
I tell you, if they come anywhere near this place, I'd be willing to take them on all by myself. Oh, Cody! You're back! You found them? You found Miss Jenny and Miss Blaze?
Get in there. Go on.
Oh, now there's no Blaze. No call for tossing us around like a sack of potatoes.
We'll treat you any damn way we please.
I demand to know the reason for this abduction. Why have you brought us here, and what are your plans for us?
You keep yapping, and I'm gonna put a gag over your mouth. Now, for the last time, keep your mouth shut. Or you and your floozy friend here ain't gonna live long enough to learn nothing.
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one life to live.
How dare you call my friend a floozy? Blaze is a fine, upstanding citizen. I will not allow you to denigrate her in this fashion.
Button it up, lady. You're gonna have to be apologizing to Blaze for causing her untimely death.
Now, Deal, we have been friends a long time, and I got nothing personal against you.
Cut the sweet talk, honey. You know, after Buck and Cody and that hotshot stranger Clint Buchanan, you are next on my list of people I hate most in this world.
Well, I just bet you're number one on Buck's list, and you twos are the ones who are going to meet the untimely death if you don't let us go right now.
Well, he's welcome to search all he wants, but he ain't gonna find us.
This desert's not big enough to hide you from Buck's anger. You two are going to meet your untimely death if you don't let us go right now.
Ooh. What do you say, Laredo? Are you real scared, huh, from Blaze's threats?
I can hardly stand up. My legs are trembling so hard.
Now, look, Dale, if you let us loose, I'm sure that Buck will go easy on you. I'll explain to him that y'all were drunk, or whatever, that you made a mistake.
Ain't no mistake, Blaze. And I sure hope Buck's still got it in him to find you, because there's nothing I'd like better than to face him again, this time on my terms.
I'd give a month's wages to blow a hole in his heart. Clint and Cody's too.
How you men love to pamper your vanity with these boastful declarations, when in reality you are nothing but cowards.
Now you watch who you calling coward.
I was the witness to one of your dastardly deeds. You were not courageous enough to stand up to Clint Buchanan man to man to settle some imagined score with him. No, you tied him to a post in a filthy cafe. You shot an arrow through his shoulder and left him to die. And then you two ran away with your tail between your legs. Brave indeed.
You ain't fit to be called human.
Justice will prevail, Blaze, on this earth and in our kingdom beyond. And your legs will be quaking indeed when you meet your maker, Mr. Laredo, because he will condemn you to an eternity in hell.
I ain't going to hell. Now just shut your mouth, lady. God, tie him up again.
Oh, Dale, my skin's raw burned enough. If you just let us loose, and we promise that we'll behave ourselves.
Blaze, your promises ain't worth fool's gold. If you to try to trick us, we'll have to kill you and ruin all our plans. Go on, tie him up.
Oh. Now, if a man goes to prison, he's got a right to know how long. And if he's sentenced to die, he's got a right to know when. Now, Jenny and I have a right to know what's going to happen to us.
Well, you're just going to have to wait a spell to learn all that. But I am more than happy to tell you that you and this little school marm ain't going to like it.
No, I couldn't find him. My horse went lame on me. I had no choice but to come back here.
Well, is your horse okay?
He'll be fine in a couple of weeks. The only thing is, I lost all kinds of ground.
Oh, God. Well, want me to go saddle up another mount for you?
Yeah, thanks, bud. Old Slim's seen to that for me right now. Although you could do me a favor, I'm kind of thirsty. You mind fetching me a cup of water?
Sure thing.
Well, you'll be back on the trail and picking up time soon.
No way I'm gonna catch up to Clint, though. That man took off out of here like some kind of bat out of hell.
Well, he's got some special feelings for Jenny.
Honey, as much as I am worried about Jenny and Miss Blaze, I gotta tell you, I gotta thank the good Lord that those men didn't take you off out of here, too.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to get away. Yeah, I just don't understand something. Why did Deal and Laredo want to kidnap us anyway, Cody?
Revenge, honey, pure and simple. They just want to get back at me, Buck, and Clint.
Well, then why didn't they go after you?
Because Deal figured, and he figured right, that the best way to hurt us is through the women that we love.
What do you think they're gonna do to him?
Honey, I don't even want to think about that. Best thing we can do right now is just try to get them back here safe and sound before anything more can happen to them.
Oh, you just gotta do that, Cody.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I gotta do. Instead of just finding Jenny and Blaze, I gotta take care of you. I gotta take care of our little one who's not gonna be able to take care of himself for quite some time.
I know that is such a burden on you.
You know, when I first thought about becoming a daddy, it did scare me. But now I just love the idea, honey. You know, marrying you, that's the best thing I've ever done.
If I live to be 100 years old, I do not think that I'm ever gonna love you as much as I love you right this minute.
What's so funny?
You naive would say you've led a very sheltered existence, haven't you? It's about time you grew up and found what the real world is all about.
Look, I came up here to your room because you said you would help me.
You just expect me to undermine my friend and employer of the last 10 years.
Well, your friend and employer fired you.
What, are you counting on my desire for revenge, are you?
I don't care what your motivation is. Revenge, goodwill, it doesn't matter. All I know is that I could go to prison for something I didn't do if I can't prove that Donald's lying. I know I may be naive, but I'm also scared. And I'll do anything to stay out of jail. I've heard the horror stories.
You're right. It wouldn't last more than 2 hours.
Is that what you want from me? Don't you care that you could save me from that?
Yes, I do care.
And tell me what you know. Tell me why my mother was so afraid of Donald. Why he was threatening to kill her if she didn't keep silent. Did she have some kind of information on him? Something that could hurt him? Maybe hurt his reputation? I know she was repulsed by him, so she wasn't his lover. Griffin, help me. You're my only hope. You know the truth.
All right. I know the truth, but I'm never going to tell you, and I'm sure as hell not going to tell some jury.
All right. We came up here to make a deal. I've got one. Whatever you think your information is worth, I'll pay it.
Then maybe you're not so naive after all.
Everyone has a price, Griffin. Name yours.
Is this a genuine offer?
100% genuine.
Well, much as I could use the extra bucks, there is something I've been wanting for a long time. Something of a much more personal nature. And I've been wanting it a long, long time.
You think that this room is a mess, you ought to see the kitchen.
I don't understand this. Why would somebody come in here, destroy this place, and not take anything? It makes no sense.
Well, it makes sense if the someone had been hibernating all winter long and then all of a sudden woke up, had extra mouths to feed other than its own.
A bear?
That's my best guess. They can wake up with a powerful hunger, too.
And they are very dangerous. I tell you what, we'll go down and we'll call the forest rangers from the payphone at the rest stop.
Whoa, no, Vicky, really, there's nothing to be afraid of.
If I meet a 1,200-pound bear, I'm going to be scared.
Bear?
Give the bear the groceries. You and I'll eat something someplace else.
They're more frightened of humans than vice versa.
But does the bear know that?
Now, I'm not going to let some old Bruin wreck our good time. Now, here, give me the poker.
Why? What are you going to do?
I'm going to look around the rest of the house, and I'm going to check out the ground, see if old Papa Bear maybe went off to Goldilocks' house.
Oh, please, let the rangers deal with it. Come on, they're trained. They know how to protect themselves.
Vicky, bears are more afraid of humans than we are of them. If the old guy was still around here, we would have heard him by now. Right?
Bo!
Get another poker. Okay, I'll be right back.
You sure Whitney's okay?
Well, I know she's terrified by whatever it was Donald threatened her with, probably to kill her or send her back to Mountain View, but she's alive.
Hi. Excuse me, the maid just said I could come in.
Oh, Wade, you know Rob.
Yeah. How you doing?
Hi. How's Mary Lynn?
Oh, I thought she was here. She said she was going to come over to talk to Cassie.
No, Mary Lynn was never here today, and Cassie's out.
Huh. Well, if you see her, would you tell her that I'm looking for her, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
Wade, can I talk with you a moment? About Donald Lamar.
What about him?
He's responsible for my father's death.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
So you see, I have as big a stake as you in nailing him.
Look, we know that Donald Lamar forced Kellogg to kill his father. I was even a witness to the murder. But we can't prove it because Kellogg is dead. So it's just our word against Donald.
Just like in Mary Lynn's case.
Right. Well, Rob thinks I should go out to Mountain View this afternoon and try to see if there's anybody who remembers Donald being there the day that his father was killed. But I'm hoping that maybe we'll get lucky and find somebody who recognizes this man who was wearing snakeskin shoes who was actually the guy that killed him.
What? Snakeskin shoes? What did they look like?
Well, they were brown and beige speckled.
Why are you so interested in snakeskin shoes?
Because I just saw the shoes she just described. Griffin Clark's the guy that killed your father.
Are you afraid?
I know what you're after. You made it perfectly clear the night you tried to rape me.
I didn't try to rape you.
Oh, come off it!
I was there to show you a good time.
You ripped my dress!
I never meant to harm you, Mary Lynn. Look, I'm a kind and gentle lover who'll make your first experience one you remember with great pleasure.
Don't you understand? I have no feelings for you.
You will. You will. As a matter of fact, I'm sure we're going to be very, very good friends.
I have to know about my mother first. Was she having an affair with Donald Lamar, or was he using that to cover up the fact that he was trying to rape her?
Donald's affair with your mother was all in his mind. He had a relationship with her a few years ago, but he walked out on her. Lately, he's had a strong desire to rekindle the old flames. That's why he came to Landview, to win her back.
And did he win her back?
No. He was frustrated and infuriated by her rejecting him. He's a man who's used to getting what he wants, and your mum wouldn't have anything of him.
Did he admit that to you?
He didn't have to. His whole day was planned around his courtship of Lee. He talked about nothing more than making this big conquest. And it became obvious after a while he wasn't getting anywhere at all. It was totally absurd. I mean, I could hardly look him in the face without laughing.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. I'm very grateful to you.
I'm sure you are. So now that I've told you everything about Donald, it's time you showed your gratitude.
No, I'm sorry. I can't. I love Wade. I'm not going to be unfaithful to him. I'll write you a check.
Our agreement wasn't for money, darling.
If you are as kind and understanding and gentle as you say you are, then you'll take my money and you'll let me leave, okay?
You little tease, I don't want your money. I want you.
No.
Damn you.
No, stop!
You set me up. You've been recorded.